Hi guys, in this video I'm going to review the Airbike XC32A 26-inch straight steerer, 140mm travel, and it is a gold and black in colour, which is quite nice. Now, Airbike are a British family-run business based in Hampshire, and to be honest, that's one of the reasons why I've purchased this fork, because they're UK based. A lot of the cheaper forks seem to be from China or wherever, and I cannot imagine the customer service being very good. Ultimately I wanted something that was cheap but at the same time performed, and was fairly light, and this certainly is fairly light. We're coming in at about around 1.6 kilogram. It is an air shock, so it is considerably lighter in comparison to the more coil based shocks. So let's have a gander, let's have a look. So in terms of unboxing, we get a 10% off your next purchase, which these sort of things always kind of frustrate me, because I wish I had this prior to purchasing it. 10% off would have been quite nice, but there you go, for all the viewers, use code AIRBIKE1 at checkout. Get 10% off. So I paid £100 for this. I bought direct from their website because the shipping was slightly better, and I saved £1. So, oh well. Still a saving nonetheless. Although it says gold, a part of me thinks that, I mean, first impressions, it's more of an orange than a gold. I don't know, compared to the pictures I've seen online. Yeah, I don't really mind, to be honest. It's quite vivid. At the end of the day, it's better than just plain old stainless polished steel. So let's get these out of the cellophane. Quite tricky to do with one hand, so bear with me. First impressions, it's really light. I can't wait to do a comparison with the RockShox Tourer from my Carrera Fiore, which is from, I don't know, 2010, but this is what I'm ultimately going to be comparing this to. I like the fact it's got a little clip there for the hydraulic brake line. It's got some rather boring decals, which is a bit of a shame. Would be nice to have different decals in the box, or perhaps a different colour, or different colours should I say, so you've at least got the choice to put on what matches your colour scheme. I'll be taking these off. It looks like I've tried to take these off, but believe it or not, this is how they were out of the pack. I don't know if it's just we're just not sticking very well at all, but I'll probably get a bit of isopropyl on these shocks just to try and get any grease off or anything like that. I can only imagine that's why the decals are not sticking very well. So we've got the standard post mount for the brake caliper. There's sort of a cover on the bottom one for some reason. We'll just rest that up against the wall. There you go, just probably protects the threads. You've got rebound control here at the bottom. At the top we've got a manual lockout, which does work, I think. I'll push it on the floor in a second. And then left side here we've got our air cap. Now when I purchased the fork, I did inquire about if they could alter the pressure to accommodate for my riding weight, but they don't have access to a shock pump, which kind of concerns me. They probably do buy these in. Oh, there you go, that proves it's aluminium. They probably do buy these in bulk and rebrand them potentially, but given the lack of a shock pump, it is somewhat concerning, especially if they get these as returns. I'm sure they just then refer that back to their supplier. But nonetheless, for me, I will have to pump this up to around 100 psi, which I will do shortly in this video. So just to follow up, after installation, a few things I had to do. I had to cut the steerer post down from 24cm to 18 to allow it to fit my frame. I had to fit a Star Spangled nut, which is pretty standard for a new fork. I've had to pump up the air chamber to 100 psi, and I've also replaced the decals. Now I know it's not a Fox fork, but I think I just like the look of them. I like the look of these decals, and they're really, really nice quality compared to the ones which were on the standard. I'll put a link in the description as to where I got those from. They were quite cheap as well, to be honest. And
I do love this little clip which holds the brake line. Really makes my Shimano Saints really look nice and tidy and organised. I had to buy a different type of post brake clamp because it's a different sort of type. And other than that, it was fairly straightforward. In comparison to the old forks, there was a weight saving of about 600 grams, and I'll show you a comparison of that now. And other than that, it was quite straightforward. Yeah, everything seems to work quite well. I've given it a quick ride around the estate, and it seems quite stable. Rebound control works really well. I haven't really pushed it to its limits, but I did manage to bottom out on the lowest setting through the adjuster at the top. But I'll have a play around. I think it can take up to around 140 psi before you're on the brink of causing any potential damage, so I'll probably put a bit more air in and have a play around and see what suits me. But yeah, I thought I'd just give you a quick review, because ultimately I don't think there's anything else out there. So yeah, I'll probably do a long-term follow-up on this, because yeah, it's time will tell with these sort of things, I think.